A new report says that Meghan Markle formally complained to ITV, that's the network, after Morgan's criticism of Markle's comments during her sit-down with Oprah Winfrey. Here's Morgan earlier today responding back. Take a look.
I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in the right to be allowed to have an opinion. If people want to believe Meghan Markle, that's entirely their right. I don't believe almost anything that comes out of her mouth, and I think the damage she's done to the British monarchy and to the Queen at a time when Prince Philip is lying in hospital is enormous and frankly contemptible. So if I have to fall on my sword for expressing an honestly held opinion about Meghan Markle and that diatribe of bilge that she came out with in that interview, so be it.
Here's the worst part. Now Piers Morgan's comments are actually being investigated by the United Kingdom's media regulator Ofcom under their so-called harm and offense rules. That means that's a government regulator. Now, why do you care about that? Should you care about it? Well, in the Democrats' H.R. 1 voting overhaul bill, we've told you about the provision to reform the FEC to make it not just more partisan, but to actually create what would essentially be a speech czar chosen by the president, who'd be able to, well, basically pick and choose which campaign finance laws get enforced and against whom, and even a truth detector about ads, raising concerns about, yes, silencing of political speech. So what is going on across the pond may not be as distant as it seems now. It is dangerous, it is destructive, but unfortunately, it's not at all surprising and is right in line with the Democrats and their far-left socialist censorship cancel agenda. Here with reaction, Candace, Owens. I happen to like Piers. I know Piers. He's a trip. He's a fun guy. I don't know if he got fired or if he left on his own. I wish he would have stayed because it was interesting television. I find it compelling to watch, and I can't stand anything about the Royals. It's their thing, not mine. I respect it. Here's the question. Government regulators, H.R. 1 would have, what, fact checkers of ads? Who's going to fact check the fact checkers, Candace?
That's exactly right. And unfortunately, in the United Kingdom, they do not have First Amendment rights. And I hope that this story shows Americans why it is so important to have First Amendment rights. Piers Morgan was all of us when he was dressing down Meghan Markle and calling her out on the blatant lies that she's told. She can't even keep her story straight, by the way. If anybody remembers, about 3 years ago, she said on a panel that she does not read newspapers, that she does not check social media because she doesn't like to read stories about her. Well, apparently that's not true, because she's now telling everybody that she was suicidal because of bad press. It's because of racism, even though she's not even, you look at her, you would not be able to discern just by looking at Meghan Markle that she's black. And so what they're basically saying is that you're not allowed to critique Meghan Markle. And for her to put in this phone call to have his voice silenced because she's unhappy with the press that's being sent about her, which, by the way, is felt across the globe. She's a typical leftist narcissist. It really has less to do with the royals and it has to do with a typical leftist progressive in Hollywood seeing something traditional and then saying, you know what, that thing has history, that thing has tradition, and I'm going to call it racist. And I have the grounds to call it racist because, as Meghan Markle is, I'm 25% black. And my son, by the way, if you've seen a picture of Archie and you believe that he has suffered anti-black racism, then I'm a Nigerian prince and give me your credit card details. It's
Candace,
so ridiculous.
I would like to think there are hateful, racist, bigoted people on this earth. I would like to think that it didn't happen. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. But the fact is, I am very worried about the language in H.R. 1 and that what we see over there could happen here. Am I overreacting?
It's already happening here. No, you're not overreacting. It's already happening here. You're sitting here with the fact checkers. What's really going on? We have seen in America already that the speech is starting to get tighter and tighter. And when you're starting to say you're not allowed to have an opinion, forget a fact. You're not allowed to have an opinion. In his opinion, he believes that Meghan Markle is lying. I agree with him. Why aren't we allowed to have an opinion anymore without people telling us your opinion is no longer safe? It's dangerous.
If you want security and privacy, and you live in a $15 million mansion, don't go on Oprah's show because you're going to get
great idea.
A lot of scrutiny. Congrats again. We're so happy about the baby for you. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.